And time now to take a look at what's happening around the world in Gravitas Global Headlines.
Russian President Vladimir Putin wants that Moscow will use any means at its disposal to protect ally Belarus against possible attacks. Speaking during a meeting with Russian Security Council, Putin says that Belarus is part of the Union state and unleashing aggression against Belarus will mean aggression against the Russian Federation. South African government now says it will execute ICC arrest warrant against Russian president if he ever sets foot in the country. High Court in Pretoria asks National Director of Public Prosecutions to issue an arrest warrant for Putin. Moscow has confirmed that Putin won't attend BRICS summit in South Africa. Sweden says that the staff and operations of its embassy in Iraq have been relocated to Stockholm, citing security concerns after protesters stormed the embassy in a pre-dawn raid this week. The move comes after hundreds of Iraqis stormed the Swedish embassy in Baghdad before dawn on Thursday and set fires within the compound after Sweden permitted a protest in which a Quran was damaged. Iraq's government condemned the attack and expelled Sweden's ambassador, while thousands of people took to the streets to protest against Sweden. Death toll from massive landslide in India's western state of Maharashtra rose to 22 after 6 more bodies were pulled out from underneath the debris. Reports say rescue operations has now been suspended and will continue on Saturday. The hamlet is estimated to have been home to at least 225 people, more than 80 of whom managed to escape, while over 100 people are suspected to be still trapped underneath the rubble. Indian Prime Minister Narendra Modi holds bilateral talks with Sri Lankan President Ranil Wickremesinghe. Both countries have signed a series of agreements on energy, maritime, fintech and trade, signalling growing economic ties between the neighbouring countries. Despite growing Chinese influence, India and Sri Lanka have agreed to consider building a land link between them, connect power grids through undersea cables and an oil pipeline. Experts say heat waves engulfing different parts of the world are expected to persist throughout August as temperature records continue to be shattered by sweltering conditions. The World Meteorological Organization says it expects temperatures in North America, Asia, North Africa and the Mediterranean to be above 40 degrees Celsius for a prolonged number of days as the heat wave intensifies. While sweltering heat has hit West Asia, Southern Europe is grappling with a record-breaking heat wave during the peak tourist season. Extreme weather has also disrupted the lives of millions of Americans, with dangerous heat stretching from Southern California to the Deep South. Israeli Air Force reservists have threatened to stop volunteering if the government goes ahead with its planned judicial overhaul next week. The letter signed by 1,142 reservists, including pilots, is the latest sign of opposition within the military. Air Force veterans say reservists who volunteer after completing their mandatory military service make up of around half of crews sent on combat sorties. In a letter addressed to lawmakers, the Israeli Air Force reservists have called on the Israeli government to maintain independence of the judiciary. Tony Bennett, the smooth American singer who gave many enduring hits and remained perpetually cool enough to win over younger generations of fans well into the 21st century, has died at the age of 96. The winner of 19 Grammy Awards during his 7-decade-long career, Bennett recorded 60 studio albums and dozens of live albums and compilations. He is best known for his enduring hit, I Left My Heart in San Francisco. According to his publicist, he died in his hometown of New York. He was known to have been suffering from Alzheimer's disease.
WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.